Hello everybody and welcome. Today we are going to be making some more Mother's Day flowers. Hopefully you can hear and see me. I'm just going to wait to get some confirmation. I'm going to do a quick check here because I forgot to do my mic check before I turned this on. I just realized. So Nancy, I can see you. Well, I can see you in the chat. So let me know if you can see and hear me. That would be fantastic. And I'm just going to quickly check to see if I can see myself here because that's always helpful as well. So today, I apologize that we're a little bit, I don't know what the word is. I just need to make sure. You know me. I'm always good at messing things up. It's always helpful as well. Okay, so I have volume and I have picture, so we're good. Sorry about that. I had to double check. So here we are today, and so we're going to make some more Mother's Day flowers. So, recap. Last week, hello Nancy, you can hear me? See, we did these ones. Let me change my angle here. Last week we made these flowers. We made these ones, and I thought these turned out really beautiful. I have to make some more of these. And then I also made the one with the white. And so what I did with the white one, I curled the leaves a little bit more, so it actually looks a lot nicer now. So I'm a little bit happier with that, but I still prefer the purple. And then we also did, a few weeks ago, we did the daisies, we did the Asters, which is the purple ones. We did these zinnias. I don't know what they're called. I don't know how to pronounce it. And then we did the daisies. So that's what we've done so far. And this week, I have an idea. We are going to make another, obviously we're going to make another flower because we need some more flowers for Mother's Day. But we're going to try doing a flower that I did a long time ago. And it worked out okay, but I made it too big. And we're going to scale it down and hopefully that will work. But we're going to try doing it with two different papers. So we're going to do it with cardstock, and then we're just going to do it with like printer paper, but colored. So that we can see which one kind of looks better, because I'm a little bit hesitant about that. So we have that. But in the big news, I want to thank everybody who read my email on Friday and sent me some nice comments about getting stuck on crafting. And so if you remember, like, I don't know, 6 weeks ago probably now, I bought crepe paper, and I've just been like, I'm gonna say petrified to actually use it and to do anything with it. And so I got a whole bunch of encouraging emails from everybody, so thank you very much. And I did it. I actually opened up the crepe paper and I did it. My video is done for the sort of testing of the crepe paper, so that's for my review. And I've also done something, this is like a little sneak peek. I made some flowers. So let me see if I can get a better angle at this. Let me just change here. Maybe, gotta figure out which way to turn this. Nope, I don't think I'm gonna be able to show this very well either. These are my flowers. Okay, I'm gonna take them out and do this like so. There's one flower that I made. Another flower that I made. Another flower that I made. Hello, Barbara. Another flower. And one more for good measure. So I made all those flowers, these flowers, with the crepe paper, and I had fun. So I gotta make some more. I've got videos of how to make these flowers as well, but I'm gonna do that one at a time because I can't do like 12 videos in 1 week, because let's not be crazy. So I'm very excited. I'm not gonna tell you what the verdict of my video was. You're gonna have to watch that. It comes out tomorrow, and since I'm a little bit ahead of schedule, it should be out at like 9-ish in the morning, maybe a little bit before. So that's gonna be there. So I'm excited. So I made those flowers. We're not making those today at during this. We're gonna make another flower because those are different. They might go into my Mother's Day bouquet. I'm not gonna lie. We'll see how it goes. Anything's possible. So yes, I'm very excited about that. Also, on the big news front, the Crafting Safari Summit tickets are for sale. So there's a link in the description for those. I did a really cute card for that. Do you guys want to see it? Am I allowed to show you? I think I can show you guys. Do you want to see it? I've been, this one was a little bit, I don't want to say it was a little bit much, but it was a lot. So this is, I'm only gonna do it quick. This is the front. It says time to party. And bam, it's like an accordion card. So that's your sneak preview, but you got to watch my video in the summit. That's the front. And you got to watch the video in the summit to see how I did that. So that was your sneak preview of the Safari Summit. So if you don't have tickets yet, free tickets are available in the description of this video. And if you want to buy VIP tickets, you can go through the free tickets and then get your VIP tickets as well. So that's there. I make that card. I'm on the second day, so that's the 18th of May. So the summit is the 17th to the 19th of May, and I'm on the second day, so the 18th. So that's when my card will go live. Remember, I'll be sending you emails about all that stuff as well. And if you do buy the VIP tickets for that summit, my VIP upgrade this year is as typical what I do. You get access to my June Crafting with Katherine event. So if you haven't bought tickets to that event yet, you can just buy the VIP and get free tickets to my live event. So it's like a win-win. And all the other VIP things that you get with it as well. There's a whole lot of good stuff there. But if you don't, my next two lives are May 12th and June 9th. So if you don't have tickets for those and you want to come, please buy those still. Again, the descriptions are in the videos. Those will be my last two before summer break. And then after summer break, I've got some already planned for September and I think October already as well. So those are in my shop if you want to check them out as well. So lots of good stuff happening. Now, we are going to start making some flowers because I'm already like 6 minutes into my video here. And no wonder we're always running late. I just keep talking. But I'm going to have some tea first. So I'm going to move this over here. I'm pretty excited about flowers. So this tea is not, I think didn't mix it or didn't put enough sugar in it. So that's going to be a sad point. Okay, so I'm going to pull out the flowers that we've already made because we've got to figure out colors. Colors. So these are the flowers that we've already made. So that's the sort of the colors that we have already. I think I'm missing some flowers in this pile here. So what color should we make our flowers today? I'm thinking maybe yellow or pink. More pink maybe, because we only have the one pink. We've got 3 oranges, we've got 2 purples, 3 whites, maybe some more pink or yellow. What are we thinking? We can do both because we're going to do 2 flowers if all goes well. So we can do pink or yellow. Please raise your hand and let me know what we should do. Are we going pink or yellow this week to add to our excuse me, to add to our bouquet? I'm not sure where that frog came from, but wow. So let me know in the comments, what should we do, pink or yellow? Those are my thoughts. If you have another color that you think is even better, drop it in there. What about a light blue? Okay, light blue and pink. All right, let's do it. Light blue and pink. I've got those colors. We're gonna keep these here for inspiration. And then we're gonna do, okay, so light blue. Whoops. I happen to have light blue printer paper, so that is perfect. I feel like I'm a fancy like news show host because they have like the blue paper because you can't read through it. Yellow. Ooh, Jean coming in with yellow. So maybe we'll have time for 3. So what we've done in the past, we've done this. I'm going to show you what we're going to do, but it's going to turn out better this week. We made something like this. And this one didn't turn out great, but I know why. We made it too big. I'm going to make it smaller. Hopefully that'll work. If not, that's okay. But we're going to start off with our printer paper first because I feel that this will give us a better result. That's just my initial feel. I have yellow paper, I have pink paper. We're going to start off with blue because I think that's maybe a good combination. We'll see. So these flowers, when we made them, whatever they said, they were about 3 inches, right? 1, 2, 3. So they're 3 inches. So we want this to be 3 inches cut because we're going to fold it in half. Yes, 3 inches. We're going to do 3 inches. Let's go with it. If this one doesn't work, we'll just make some more. I'm going to pull out my paper cutter. I was working on these crepe paper flowers all week. And I come into my desk here today and it's like crepe paper everywhere, fluff and bits and pieces and everything. And so we had to clean up a little bit because there was no space. So I actually put some things away today. Like I put my all of my stuff in the garbage. I put all the stuff away where it's supposed to be. So my ruler is right here where it was supposed to be. My scoring pen is in this drawer where it's supposed to be. Life is good. Okay, so we've cut this at 3 inches, and now I gotta score this at 1.5 inches so that I can actually fold this so that I'm not losing my marbles here. And I'm clearly not good at this part. But I learned, and I don't have this, when this paper cutter dies and it's getting close because the line in the middle is starting to like get super cut up, you can actually buy a paper cutter that also has a scoring attachment inside of it. Like, why didn't anyone tell me about this stuff? Anyways, I know I've got issues, right? But anyway, so we're going to fold this now on my scored line to make this better. And now, boom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, if you have double-sided tape, you can tape this. I do not. Well, no, maybe I do. I'm not going to lie. It's very possible that I do have it. But I'm just going to glue here, and I'm going to maybe zoom in for everybody. We're going to just glue down here so that this holds tight. And bam. Okay, and now we're going to my scissors, and we're going to this whole thing. And we're going to do it the cheating way. We're going to fold this a few times and cut this faster because we don't have all day, right? We have limited time to do all of our crafting. Okay, so we're going to cut this. And now this is just printer paper, so this should cut like relatively nicely. So this is the same like just cut that we did with these Asters is what they've been deemed, and so that's the name that we're going to go with. And we're cutting the side that's not glued, so this is the folded side. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. If that's not what happens, well, good thing I got lots of paper. So I gotta cut these a little bit farther. This is not getting cut far enough. I want to cut these like, I'm gonna say leave maybe 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch here. So, and also, as per usual, we're going to add a stem into these flowers. This one's done here. My folding wasn't the greatest. I got to fix some of these cuts here, but we're going to cut the first middle bit here as well. And then this one here. I think we did this wrong because these are all like, I think I was supposed to glue it later. We did this wrong. This is wrong. This is like, this isn't even coming apart. See how nicely this one came apart when we did this? This was, I mean, the flower turned out a bit wonky, but this is wrong. This is not good. This is not turning out. Oh, what have we done? What have we done? All right, well, so much for that one. No, I'm going to, let's see if we can, see if we can salvage this. I don't want to have to, I don't have time. I don't have time to salvage this. Okay, we're going to try this again. Things are going swimmingly here today. I might try to fix that one later, but I'm going to have to pull it apart piece by piece, and I don't have time for that right now. So I'm going to try this again. I'm going to cut this. Sorry, I didn't show you that on the screen. Which one's the 3 inches? This is the 3 inches. Maybe I need to make it bigger. Maybe 3 inches isn't going to be enough. We're going to leave it at 3 inches. We're just going to go with this, and we're going to score this again. We're going to not glue it right away. And then we'll get this to work. This will work. We are capable, or at least I'm capable. Hopefully I'm capable. I know all of you friends are capable. I am not sometimes. So okay, so now I'm not gonna glue it yet. I'm gonna glue it later. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. Who knows what's going on here? But we're gonna fold this 2 times so that I can cut it faster. Jean, I'm not sure if I said hello, but hello, Jean. It's nice to see you here. And I'm cutting the folded side, not the non-glued side. All right, we're doing this again. You can see hopefully my scissors. I know it's fancy watching me cutting paper. So exciting. But how's everybody doing? So I have, I'm doing okay. My kids are sick. Well, one of my kids is sick. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks of sicknesses going through my house, so that's not good. So my daughter is homesick today, but she's actually so sick that she's just chilling in bed all day. So that's like, this is serious sickness. This isn't like a little sniffle. This is like the serious stuff. And so I have one kid at home. Hopefully this is the last one for a while. But I guess it's better to be sick at home than at school. So there's that. So we have that going on in our lives. And spring was here for a few days. And it's cold and rainy again. I don't know what that's about. Like I'm done with this weather. I want it to be nice and warm. And those like few nice and warm days that we have are so nice. And then, okay, we're gonna open this up. I'm gonna like, you can see my cutting abilities. I'm like, this is terrible. All right, so now that we've opened this up a little bit, we're gonna try this again. But I think I need to make this bigger than 3 inches. We'll see how this goes. I'm gonna glue this now. Okay, and I gotta find a piece of yellow paper for a little mini stem. We're gonna do a stem, like a little flower center, an itty bitty one, like we've been doing. I think I need a better spot for my scrap bin because I think I use it the most, but it's right where my knees are, and it's so difficult to get when I'm sitting. And we're gonna go with this light yellow, like that one, just because I pulled it out and it's here. No, we're gonna go with the darker one, I think. Darker or lighter yellow for this stem, the flower center with this blue. I think I want the darker blue. Let me know, dark or light? Dark or light? I'll have some tea. Oh, and so I've been making all these flowers, right? And I've been putting, other than last week's ones that I didn't put on stems yet, there's a reason for that. I ran out of stems, finally. And so I bought new stems at my favorite store, and they got delivered today. They're like as thin as my hair, some of these, so I'm going to have to send those back. I'm not impressed. Are we going to go light or dark? Dark goes Nancy. I think dark as well. I think dark would be good. And this is going to be the same little thing that we always do. Just going to cut this at about 1 inch, just because, maybe 1 inch. Let's try maybe 3/4. Can I get 3/4? I'm going to try to cut it at 3/4, but this might be tricky for my cutting abilities. Okay, we're going to keep moving here. Just make sure this is turned off. Okay, and again, we're just folding and cutting and folding and cutting. And so I ran out of stems, so I had to buy some new ones. I was trying to figure out which ones I wanted to buy next because I have, I guess I'm kind of into the flower making mode. Oh, that wasn't supposed to go all the way. Whoops. All right, we'll just use more glue. I've been making flowers, and so I need more stems. And so the idea was when I ran out of the ones that I had, I'd buy more. And I'll show you the ones that I just bought. I bought 2 sets. I bought the thicker ones that I've previously purchased at the dollar store, which I like. And then I bought thin ones that were supposed to be a little bit thinner than the current ones that I have. That is not what they are. I will show them to you. So let me finish cutting this terrible job of cutting that I'm doing. These ones are falling apart everywhere. That's what happens when you cut the end off. But they're like wafer thin. Wafer is even too thick, too much of a, so these are the ones here. Just trying to open this package. So this is 300 of them. I should have known I was getting myself into trouble when I ordered 300. I don't think I can open this. I can't open this right now. We're gonna worry about that later. But I will show them to you, but I gotta get moving with this one flower at least. So we're gonna do my standard roll, glue, roll, glue. Since I ripped this middle of the stem here, I have to use a lot more glue, but that's okay. We can make this work. I can do this. I have faith in myself. So, but yeah, so, come on, roll. Stay glued down. Sorry. Don't know if that was off the screen there. I was having some technical difficulties. The paper didn't want to stay. And one more dab of glue here, and now the last bit. Okay, we're making progress. This is, as I've been doing this now for 4 weeks, you would think that I could like make this happen, but clearly I need more practice. Okay. And we're going to glue this shut. And now I'm just going to start gluing this other piece right on top of it, if I can figure out which way to do this. I don't know what's happening here. My brain's a little bit wonky. Could be from the lack of sleep due to the sick kids, but we're going to add this on top here now. Okay, and we're going to hopefully hope that this sticks because it's just fallen off 3 times. And I'm just going to roll this. Don't think this is working. This is not giving me the result that I wanted. I need more glue. I need more glue. I think this is just going to look like the aster that we did. I like how you always keep going. Well, I haven't, like, I don't know. I find, Nancy, that if I stop and I just give up, then we're all in for trouble. But I don't like it. I don't like how this flower's turning out. Okay. So I'm gonna just, these need to be bigger. This is no good. Okay, I'm gonna pull this out. I'm gonna show this to you. This is, oh great, now it's stuck. This is not working. So, I mean, this flower is cute. I'll give you that, like, you know, but let's open this up a little bit more here. And I'm gonna show you why this isn't working. This isn't working because this is this flower. Isn't that, that's the same flower? It's supposed to look like this. Well, not like this is too much, right? But this didn't work. So that's not the right size. Well, so that didn't work. So we're gonna try this again. We still have a little bit. We still have a few minutes. I'm gonna try one more. And I think pink was the winner. So I'm gonna use the thicker paper this time with the pink. And we're gonna go, this was 3 inches, we're gonna go 4 inches. We're gonna like make this work. So we were supposed to not make the same flower. This was not supposed to look this way. But clearly we have issues. All right, let's see if I got any pink paper that's 4 inches wide without having to start a new piece. Well, I think we're in luck. Maybe this piece. We're gonna go with this piece. This one's a little bit shorter than, what size is that? Oh, it's not even that size. Okay. So I can do this pink. Do you think that pink's okay? I think that'll be okay. It's only, I'm gonna say 8 inches instead of 11 inches. I think that's okay though. Thank you, Barbara, for saying the flower is still pretty. I agree the flower turned out nicely, but it didn't turn out the way that I had envisioned it in my head. And with being a perfectionist, that's the problem. So we're going to try this pink. I think that's okay. And we're going to go 4 inches this time, right? We're going to go here. We're going to cut it this way, 4 inches. And my paper cutter is useless because it does not go to 4 inches. So I got to measure 4 inches here. So yes, that's also something I learned. I need a bigger paper cutter, 1, 2, 3, 4, because I did not realize that mine only cuts 3.5 inches this way. Well, it measures 3.5 inches this way. It will cut more, but you have to measure it yourself. And who has time to measure things themselves? All right, and now we're going to cut this, fold this in half. Let's zoom out a little bit. I do agree that the flower turned out pretty. It's just not what I was hoping for. I was hoping for a little bit more volume and bounce. Catherine is losing it. She's talking about bouncing flowers made out of paper. I know. You ladies and gentlemen are probably thinking I'm losing my marbles. I'm not. I swear I'm not. Okay, so we're going to do this again. Cut, fold, glue, spin, something like that, right? Okay, we're going to do this one. And we're going to cut, I'm going to say farther. Farther going to work, as long as I don't cut the whole thing apart like I did last time with the yellow. All right. So last year I was, you may recall in my discussions with you over the last, while of crafting and everything, I like paper flowers. I'm not a fan of real life flowers because they die and you have to like take care of them, and that's a lot of work that I'm not interested in putting into it. But last year, I was, for some reason, I'm going to call it a garden. I have grass out front. And I have a rock garden out front where it is just rocks. There's nothing in there. It's in order to get rid of the grass. And so I bought, I was at the plant store for some reason, like the gardening center, and there was a huge sale, and it was like a ridiculous sale. Peonies were on sale, and normally like a peony bush there was like $100. And I'm gonna say a bush, it was like a twig. A peony twig was like $100, and they were selling them for like $15. So I bought 3 of them, and they are starting to grow out front. So I'm excited about that. Okay. Did you do your crepe paper flowers by hand or with the Cricut? Abby Kristen is working amazing. So these ones that I did, Barbara, I did with my scissors. In the video though, I do go over cutting it with a Cricut. Now, if you know me, or if you've been paying attention, hello Loretta, if you've been paying attention to me, I guess, I don't have a Cricut maker, and you need a Cricut maker to cut the crepe paper, or at least nicely, if you don't want to have like a big rat's nest. So I borrowed my friend's Cricut maker, and and I used that. So you can cut it with a Cricut maker, not with a Explorer. Sorry, I was losing my mind there for a second. I'm just cut this yellow center again at about 3/4 of an inch. And hopefully this one will turn out better. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. So yeah, so all these flowers that I did, if you're showing a plate, these ones here that I made this week. Let's see if I can get a better angle of this. Those I'll cut up by hand, or with my paper cutter. And so in the video that's going to come out tomorrow about the crepe paper from the dollar store, I go over like how it cuts with with my scissors and with my paper cutter and with my friend's Cricut maker. And so you can cut it with that. You don't need to. I found that cutting with scissors was actually pretty difficult in some directions, but you'll have to watch the video to find out the full details. But I'm also working on a video now with that in mind of sort of like, I don't want to say pro tips because I'm clearly not a pro at crepe paper because I just started with it, but I am working on a video about like how to cut it and how to use it, and just like some tips that I've learned so far by using the stuff that I have. But you don't need to have a maker to cut it, or you don't need to have a cutting machine to cut it. You can use scissors. And then, yeah, that's, but the air does not cut it. Okay, so let's try this again. I didn't mess this yellow bit up, so we'll try this. We're just going to roll this up here. Loretta, how's it going? I was worried about you. I thought you'd forgotten about us again this week. You were here last week, I think. Feels like a blur. My head's a little bit off today because I've got a kid homesick and my brain feels like I've been up for 40 hours. And so I was talking to a friend today and they're like, oh, what did you do yesterday? And I said, you know what? I feel like that song Yesterday by the Beatles where it's like, yesterday seems so far away. Yes, yesterday seems so far away. So I don't remember who was here last week because yesterday seems like it was forever ago just because of all the sick kids in my house. So yes, so we're going to roll this next one on now. We've got one on, and we're going to try the second one. Okay, my pencil has fallen out. My dowel has fallen out. You made a couple of little dowels last week. Game changer. Oh, yes! Those are good. All right, this is not. I got to put more glue. Yeah, the dowels are great. I love them. I've seen people do it on, like they've added it onto their drill. And then they drill the flowers, like with the drill, and they push the drill button, and then they spin their flowers that way. It just seems a little bit, that seems a little bit crazy for me. Maybe a little bit too much power. But they do it, and I mean, I've seen the videos, and sure, they're sped up and whatnot, but... or slowed down, I don't know, but a little bit too much for my liking. Appointments. I know appointments. I understand. Okay, so this is what the flower looks like right now. We're gonna see. Oh, this isn't working out. This flower looks beautiful. I agree. A drill. That's a bit much. I agree, Loretta. A drill is a bit much. Okay, so this did not. See, these basically look the same as these asters. A little bit different, but the same but different. So I'm not impressed. And I don't feel like popping each one of these out individually. Like, who has time for that? Clearly I have time for that. What's the black thing you are sticking your glue in? So I was trying to 3D print myself a cute glue holder. And I was using leftover filament that I had because I was just my mock run, and the whole thing turned out a disaster. This is basically just like a cylinder with a base in it so that the glue doesn't come out, but this part turned out, the rest of it was like just a disaster, and it turned out terribly. So it's just like basically a little mini pot. This is not, I'm not even gonna bother pulling these open. This is too much. So this did not work out, but I've got 2 more asters, I guess, to add into the bouquet. So we've got that. So yeah, so I made that. I was hoping to finish it one day and actually make, because I wanted to make like a nice flowery one, which looked like a flower, but the petals turned out to be a complete disaster. So we're going to open up this here, if I can find the entrance to this. I bought these new sticks, flower petals, flower stems. But whoever at my favorite store decided to like wrap this up, man, they were not kidding when they were putting this together. So let's unzoom here. You can watch me struggle. Because the idea was I had run out of stems, so I needed more. And I'm going to just destroy this. Somewhere here there is an end to this, but I don't know where. I wanted to show you how teeny tiny these things are, but I don't think I can actually get them out. All right, we're just gonna go against my better judgment here and just cut this whole thing apart. Okay, I've got one of these. So this is like 100, it says. I'm not gonna count them because like, who's that? But look how teeny tiny these are. This is not what I was supposed to, like this is, let me zoom in here. You can't even see that. That's not even good enough for a flower. That's like teeny weeny. So this was supposed to be, let me just see if I can get this on my screen here. This, which is the same, not even as thick as the lines on my table, was supposed to be this thickness. So that is a bomb. I gotta send those back. But I bought 2 packages because I wasn't sure about these ones. I thought they were being sneaky on them when I was looking at buying them. So those go back. But I do have stems for the other ones that I bought because I bought 2 packages of stems. I was worried they were going to try tricking me. At that price, I was right. Although I'm not sure these ones are the ones I wanted either. This one's a bit better thickness, so I got one here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just shove my sticks into here, and then I'll have more flowers, like so. So those turned out, like, I mean, it's a flower. It's, you know, it's still good. It's just not great. Let me just put this other one here, and then we'll compare it to the ones we did a few weeks ago. Maybe it's easier without the stems to compare them. I have to glue those stems in place so they don't move around. So that's that. That didn't work out. I'm disappointed with this week's craft. I was hoping that they would be more vibrant and bouncy as like the people on the internet did, but not this week. I'll have to figure that one out some more. So there. So we did these two ones today. I'm sorry they didn't turn out as different flowers. That's disappointing. Oh well. So anyways, if you are late, or if you're just starting midway, whichever one works for you, the Crafting Safari Summit tickets are for sale, and the free tickets are up, and you can also buy VIP tickets. I will have the link for that in my description of the video if you want to get those. I did do a sneak peek of the card. If you haven't seen it and you want to see it again, just drop me a note here in the video, and I'll pull it up quickly again for you to see. My live sessions for May and June are coming up May 12th and June 9th. So tickets are for sale for those as well. You can get those in the description of the video. I was going to say something else. Oh, tomorrow my video for crepe paper comes out. It's the review of the crepe paper. And in that review, you can see me making these flowers. Let me just change my angle here maybe. This is a better angle. You can see me making these flowers. If I could figure out how to like move things around in front of my camera. And then I'll be having tutorials on how to make these flowers over time. But that's the first video of a few. So that's coming out. So tomorrow morning that'll be out. Please watch it. And then you can get my full review on the dollar store crepe paper. And keeping in mind, I've never used crepe paper, but I kind of am a crafter, so I kind of maybe know what's going on. Thank you, Barbara. I know I am too hard on myself, but this is the problem with being a crafter. You're always like holding yourself up to a higher standard, right? You want it to be perfect, and you know what it can look like, and then it doesn't look that way, and you kind of just want to crouch down and be sad. So I'm not going to be sad. I'm just going to carry on, but I might try to figure out how to make these flowers better, because I was really hoping for it to be more like, I know this was a bad example because this one didn't turn out either, but I wanted the leaves to be like this, right? Where they're like nice and bouncy. And so I think I just have to get the right paper and the right size or something. Maybe I need to flip them, or I think with this one, I didn't actually fold the paper. I think I just cut it with my paper cutter through the sides. Maybe that's what I did. Maybe that's what I need to do. I don't know. We'll see. And next week, if you're watching this live or if you're watching the replay before or after, drop me a note. What should we work on next week? Should we continue on Mother's Day? Do we need to do one more Mother's Day flower to add to our bouquet, or do we need to switch and do something completely different? Because I'm not sure what to do next week. I might be, after today's unsuccessful flower, even though you all said it's very pretty, and yes, they are very pretty, thank you very much. But I don't know if I'm ready for, like, I don't know, I might need to like switch and go into a high mode again. So that's what should we do next week? Like, Mother's Day's, you know, like 2 weeks away. We got next week is the last week we can actually work on Mother's Day during the live. Excuse me. And then we've got, I don't know what after that. What events do we have coming up after that? I mean, there's Father's Day. Father's Day isn't fun. There's no like fanciness for Father's Day. I mean, we can make a Father's Day card or something, but I don't know. So drop me a note in the description of the video. And oh my goodness, look at the time. We've got carried away again today. So videos tomorrow, tickets down in the description. Thank you everyone so much for watching today. And if you have an idea what to do next week, drop me a note and I will see you all next week. Thanks everyone. Happy crafting.